Hi everyone, Sziasztok! My name is Omega. I'm one of the IISMA awardee of 2022 from University of Szeged here in Hungary. And through this IISMA Course Series, I would like to share some insights regarding one of my favorite subjects or course, which is rural development. Rural areas, or as in Bahasa Indonesia known as pedesaan, are often undervalued and followed by negative stereotypes. And this is what encouraged me to learn and gain new perspective on how other countries, such as Hungary, as a developed country and also as a part of European Union, perceive rural areas and its development. But before I got into further explanation, let's start with the definition of rural development. I will start with the definition of rural areas. Most countries will define their rural areas through a political, law, or scientific approach. And for example, this is how Indonesia defined their rural areas. Whereas in Hungary, according to the European Union, this is the definition of rural areas. So, as a whole, rural development connotes the overall progressive process of rural areas that aims to improve the living standards of rural communities. And now, after we get a brief introduction or definition of rural development, it may lead us to the next question of why is it important to talk about rural development. To answer this, let's start with facts. According to European Union typology, 96% of territory of Hungary is classified as rural areas, and it accommodates 74.5% of the population, which is a huge number. And this is interesting as it shows equal significance and importance of rural areas in the society. And that's where rural development comes along. As it's believed the importance of rural areas, the objective is to build self-sufficient, resilient, and give rural community opportunities to fully grow and develop to their full potential. This is achievable by helping rural communities to acknowledge their local capacity and potential, so then they could set an effective plan or programs on their own, as well as investing on basic infrastructure, social services, equity, and also security. But then the next question is, how can we implement this into real situation and real action? Initially, the base of European Rural Development Strategy is to improve the contribution of rural areas to the main stakes and objective of European Union. To achieve it, the European Union has a structure that is called the European Network for Rural Development, or ENRD. The ENRD serves as a center for exchange of information regarding rural development policies, projects, programs, and other initiatives that put into practice. And this structure also brings together all stakeholders, including organization, local action group, researchers, and anyone with an interest and commitment to rural development in Europe. And here are some examples of the ENRD work programs that are known as thematic work. The first one is Leader Program. Leader Program is an approach where it conceived that given the diversity of rural areas, development strategies will be more effective and efficient if it is decided and implemented by local communities. It is accompanied by clear and transparent procedures, as well as it is supported by technical assistance from the relevant stakeholders. As for the second, another interesting sub-theme from thematic works of ENRD is Smart Village. According to the European Union, smart villages are communities in rural areas that use innovative solutions to improve their resilience, built on strengths and also opportunities. Smart village rely on active participation of the local community, assurance on capacity building and proper training for the people, as well as mobilizing digital technologies as a solution. However, this is not a precondition for becoming a smart village. And it is because, most importantly, smart village strategies has to respond to local challenges and needs by maximizing their local strength and assets. Those two examples are only a glimpse of rural development strategy in the framework of European Union, as there are many more that can be mentioned and learned about. However, I truly hope through this IISMA Course Series you can gain insights on the implementation of rural development in other parts of the world, and it could add new perspective to reflect on, and maybe could provoke ideas and discussion regarding rural development in our country, Indonesia. Lastly, I would like to express my gratitude to the Indonesian International Student Mobility Awards for these incredible experiences and opportunities, such as this one where I'm able to engage in such unique and interesting program, meet with amazing lecturers and fellow classmates from all over the world. And also I would like to thank you for watching, and goodbye.